Hi guys, I'm going to be demonstrating to you today how to create a Google slide presentation to go along with our topic that we are studying in class. So we had to create a new animal. Now you are going to work on creating a Google slide to present your new animal and its habitat to the class. So the first thing that you will need to do is get to the Google homepage. In class on your Chromebooks, when you log in and open up the Chromebook, you are automatically at this page and signed into your Google account. Once you are on your Google account, you will need to go up here to the waffle, which I've talked about a lot, and click on it. Once it opens up, you'll see a lot of different options for Google here. You are going to just go down and click on Slides. And this should open up for you, and slides that you've created in the past will also show up for you. Now, what we're going to do is start with a blank slide. So you're going to click this plus button. Give it a second to load. And then you are at a blank canvas. You are at a blank Google slide with so many possibilities here. The first thing you could do is come over to the side here and pick a theme. Once you click on the theme, it automatically adjusts it to your slides. Absolutely your choice, what you would like to do. For this purpose, because I'm going to show you a few things you can do with Google Slides, you are going to leave it just a blank canvas for us to use. So I'm going to click the X to X out of themes. The first thing I want to do is name my slide. That way I'll be able to find it in my drive more easily. And I'm going to name it New Animal Presentation. Now I want to change the background. So if you go here to background and click color, you have a lot of colors to choose from. I'm going to choose this sandy looking color since my animal lives in the desert. If you wanted a background like a desert background, you could choose an image, but for now I'm going to just choose that color and I'm going to click add to theme. That way it will make that background the same on every slide that I create. Or you could just push done and it will change it for that slide, but I'm going to add to theme. Then I'm going to wait for it to load. All right. I need a title. So the title for this assignment that we've been working on is a new, got to check our spelling and our writing, a new animal. And I'm going to put my name by Chelsea Reid. Now, you have an option here of you could put a picture in here, or you could put a picture of your new animal in the next slide. I think for a surprise, I'm going to put it in the next slide. So to add a new slide, you're going to go up here where it says slide, new slide. And you can see since we added that background to theme, it changes it on every one. So I'm going to click to add title. I am now going to I'm going to delete this text box. So if you click it and push delete, it goes away. And I want to put a picture of my new animal on here. So our pictures we have already uploaded to our computer. So we will put insert, image, upload from computer. And then I took a screenshot and I showed you all how to do this, and I'm going to push open. Click it and open it. And now I have a picture of my animal that I have created, my new animal. So now I'm going to click on the title. I'm going to make it bold by clicking on this big B right here. And I'm going to type the name of my new animal. Now, if I want my name to show up bigger, I can highlight it, and right here in the number, I can change the font size to make it a little bigger. And then over here is alignment. You can make it centered. All right. And I think I'm going to leave this slide as it is. That way my viewers of the presentation can just kind of see my animal first. And the picture that I created gives a little bit of information away about it. For example, I can tell that it lives in the desert because I see cacti and some sand. Okay, now I have to put some information about my new animal in here. For this part of the assignment, it will be helpful to have your new kind of animal graphic organizer handy just to keep us organized. Okay, my next slide, I am going to put the characteristics of this animal that I have created, this new animal that lives in the desert. Again, I'm going to go up to slide, new slide, and I need to put a title. For the title of this slide, I'm going to put the name of my animal and characteristics. And characteristics. That way, my viewers of my presentation know that's what this slide is about. And now I'm going to type out the characteristics of my new animal. My animal is nocturnal. My animal has one hump. My animal has wide, tough feet. My animal has long ears to dispel heat. My animal has long eyelashes. My animal has a rough mouth and tongue. My animal has thorn-like growths on the skin. My animal has light-colored fur. And my animal has a long neck. After I have listed, you can see this is just a list. These aren't complete sentences. My characteristics, I'm going to highlight them. And up here at the top on my toolbar, you will see a bulleted list drop-down menu. If you click that, you see a lot of options for bulleted list. Pick the one that you think suits your presentation the most. And I think I want these words bolded as well. So again, I'll push that big B right here. And I'm going to click off of it. And now it lists the characteristics of my animal. And you know what? I think my viewers of my presentation need to see a picture of my animal on this slide as well. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to insert image, upload from computer. And I'm going to click on my picture that I have stored on my computer. Now, you can see it just takes up the whole slide, so I need to readjust this picture. Over in the corner, you can see where a little arrow pops up. I'm going to click and drag to make it smaller. I can also click and move the picture around. Now, I have a title slide. I have a slide showing my new animal creation, and I have a slide showing its characteristics. So my next slide, I need to describe the habitat it lives in. So I'm going to go again to slide, new slide. The title, I'm going to put a sentence. The Eden Sakar, which is the name of my animal, habitat is the desert. All right, now my viewers know what I'm about to learn about, or what they are about to learn about. And I have decided that I want my viewers to watch a video about the desert. Now, to do this, you have to have already found the video that you want your viewers to see. On YouTube, it is a video from National Geographic about deserts. This is the video I want to insert into my Google slide. I will go to the top, highlight the web address, and copy. Edit, copy. And then I'll go back to my Google slide, and I'm going to insert video. Once I insert video, you will automatically see a YouTube area where I can type in the link. I'm going to simply edit and paste the link that I just copied. Push that search. Oh, and there's the video I want to upload. So I'm going to click on it and click select. And you will see the video is embedded directly into my presentation. But you can see it's off to the side, and I would like it centered so that my presentation looks nice and organized. So again, I'm going to just click and drag it over. You can see that red line that pops up. It's helping me keep it centered. So now let's review what we have. a title slide, a slide describing my animal, or showing my animal, a slide describing the characteristics, and a slide describing the habitat. And in presentations, I like to do a lot of talking. So when we're giving a presentation or creating a presentation, we want to make sure it's just bullet points so that we can have a discussion while we're presenting. So I'm going to include one more slide. And the title is going to be a question. So again, I click on the title slide. I like my titles to be bold. That way it's a little different from the bold and big. So it looks a little different. So I'm going to click that B. And I'm going to title it, do you know the Eden Sakar is suited to live in the desert? And I want this centered. So I'm going to click, drag, and highlight. Over here on my toolbar, where at the alignment tab, I'm going to center. Now, I want this to be the only question on this slide. But you can see I have a text box in the way. So I'll click the text box and click delete. Now I can click this text box. And when you see that little 4 arrow icon, you can click and drag it down so that it's in the middle of the page. And since I only have one question on this slide, I want the font to be much bigger. So again, you can click and drag, or you can just double click and it highlights it all. Go to the font size, and I'm going to make it bigger. Now I'm going to drag it up a little. Up. All right. If you wanted to include a clip art picture of the desert, just to have to make the presentation more appealing to the eye, you could go up to Insert, Image, and search the web. Now here it gives me an option to do a Google search. I'm going to search desert. I could type in desert clip art or just desert, and the options I have show up. I'm going to choose one, click it, click Insert. It will then show up on the page. Like we learned before, I can grab the corner and drag it down. And I want it off-centered, so I just clicked and dragged to where I'd like it. And then I have to decide, is this the way I like it to look? Well, I think I've changed my mind again. I'm going to move it up. Then I'm going to move this to the center. So you can see I started with a blank canvas. I changed the background. I added font. I changed my font size. I changed the font the way it looks by including bold font. I inserted pictures. I inserted a video. I moved font around. I've moved pictures around. All kinds of great things that you can do with Google Slides. And now your presentation is ready to present to the class.